everybody. Today we are going to talk about how to create an ad on Meta's Business Suites. Now, I'm using a bit of a dummy account that I created here, which is why it has a $0 spend in the last 60 days. But it's a great way to showcase all of the options available to you if you decide to do your ads through Business Suites as opposed to through boosting. So the first thing you want to do is choose Advertise, the blue button on the right-hand side of the screen. Once you've chosen that, you have to choose what type of ad you're creating. Boosted posts on Instagram and Facebook can be done through here as well as through the front end when you boost directly from the post. You also have the option to make automated ads where you get a personalized ad that adjusts to help get results by answering some questions for Meta, which is another great option that people really like. However, today what we're going to talk about is this second option, creating new ads. The reason I like this option is it gives you all the control. You can change the captions, you can change the graphics, you can change anything you want because you are the one in control of this advertisement. So let's click in and see how we create this ad. So the first thing it's going to ask you to do is choose a goal. What result do you want from your ad? Now, obviously, Meta or Facebook, Instagram can help you with that. So they do have the option for an automatic goal based on the settings that you provide down below. You also have the options to get more calls, more website visibility, more visits, more messages, more page likes. You can pick what it is that you're trying to achieve, or you can let Meta sit and adjust that goal for you. Again, what I like about this ad is that you have the option to change anything at any time because you are in control. This is the option where you're in the driver's seat. Okay. Then it asks for your ad creative. You can use a post like you would in a boost. The difference is that now you have the option to change the caption if you do use a boost, or you can upload different media as well to videos, photos. You can make a carousel, you can do a video, whatever works best for you and your brand. Okay. It will give you kind of an early synopsis description that probably isn't finished, but you're going to want to create your own wording in here. Make sure you have that hook, that vibrancy, that brand voice, all that fun stuff. And then your graphic, whatever it is that you're using to pull in your audience. Whenever you see an ad like this, especially on Facebook, you're going to find that there's always kind of that one liner at the bottom of the screen. And a mistake some people make is not changing that, right? That's a great place for a hook. Sinus Marketing isn't a hook, right? Sinus Marketing is my business name. So I would change that to marketing advice. Sorry. Need marketing advice, right? Because now maybe that's what my goal is. And now when it shows me my preview again, it's going to have that nice, really clear hook down here as well, right? So there's nothing wrong with changing that headline. It's actually a great thing to do. Now, here's where you're going to choose your call to action. What do you want your audience to do when they see this post? Do you want them to send you a message? Do you want page likes? Are you looking to get directions, get a quote, subscribe, donate, watch more, whatever it is? If you have a shop, there will also be shop options in here. However, I did not put a shop in this dummy account. Here, what it is it's leverage plus creative. So let's look at the info for this. So what Meta says this is your creative inputs, ad setup, and placement selections determine which variations they automatically create for you. So they create variations to people who are likely to look at them to help improve performance. Personally, I like to keep this on because really, why not? However, if you want complete control, turn that tab off. Next, we have the special ad category. So if the ad's about employment, or housing, social issues, elections, politics, credit, there's a lot of areas there where they're kind of a special ad. So in order to flag them as a special ad and know that you're being compliant, you can get more information in the health center here as well, but you'd want to turn this on. If you don't turn this on and you're just trying to kind of pass through an ad that's about one of these kind of soft touch areas, what you're going to find is your ad's going to be declined at the end. So turn it on and make sure you do your due diligence if you are in a special ad category and doing it properly. Okay? Then you have some messaging template options. So if people tap on your ad, do you want a default welcome message to go to them? If so, what do you want it to say? Here's where you choose where you want people to message you. So I've chosen messaging for this option, obviously. So here we have the option to message us in Messenger, to message us on Instagram, or to message us in WhatsApp. Okay? Next, what we're going to look at is the audience. Who do we want to see this ad? Typically, it sets up a dummy where it starts with, if you're in Canada like I am, location Canada, age 18 to 65. Well, that's a very broad audience, right? And when you look at your brand, is that really the audience you're looking for? Often case, no. You're looking for a bit more specific of an audience. In which case, you click on this little pencil here, and you have the option to change this audience to whoever you want. So for marketing, I mean, I definitely want all genders. I don't know that a lot of 18-year-olds will need my services, so maybe I change this to say 23 to 65. I can keep Canada if I want, but I can also get significantly more specific. For example, if I type in Toronto, it will give me a radius option around Toronto. So if I only want locations where I can go, maybe I'm a store, maybe I have a brick and mortar, this is a great tool to be able to use because I can hone in up to 50 miles away from that location, or I can get really specific and only have 10 miles. So if I'm having an event and I'm using this for an event, I'm going to, keep it pretty close proximity often. And it auto sets to about 25. And what you can do too that's really neat is if I then type in Kitchener, Ontario, I can utilize different demographics, or I can use this function to lap them, right? So that I know that I'm kind of getting this large geographic location by utilizing these 2 points. So this gives you the option to be very specific as to the geographic demographics of your audience. Then you're going to look at the detailed targeting you want for your audience. For example, right, it's going to give you some suggestions. Do I want small business administrators? Yes. Do I want them from a government agency? No. So that doesn't really work for my specific business, right? Photographers, it's thinking marketing. So, I mean, it's always trying to help you, right? Business administrators for business and finance. Sure, that would be a great one for me, right? But then you can also type things in. So I can type in marketing. So people who are interested in business and finance, marketing communications, marketing as demographics, marketing strategy as interests. I can look up page administrators, new page administrators, business page administrators, right? So it's people who are already kind of doing this and admitting pages that maybe have it on the side of their desk that don't want to do it, right? So for whatever industry you choose, you have the option to get very specific in terms of the demographics that you want to utilize. And as you add more and more of these, your suggestions will also tweak, okay? Then down here, you would save the audience, and it's going to give you an audience size. Are you being specific? Are you being fairly general, or is it too broad? If it's in broad, I suggest not utilizing it. You want to be either in, this green range or in a specific audience if that is the goal to your campaign. So I'm going to save this fake audience. You can also use people you choose through targeting, people who like your page, and people similar to them, or you can create different saved demographics. Last, you're going to set the duration. So now you're going to look at how long you want this ad to run, when you want it to add, and how much you want to pay. And your daily results will show up on the right-hand side of the screen dependent on what you say. So if I want to spend, say, $22 a day for 7 days, then it's going to tell me that I'm going to reach between 3.5 thousand and 10.1 thousand accounts. Now, it does give this caveat This is the number of account center accounts they estimate you'll reach each day. It has to do with factors like your bid and your budget. Your actual reach might be slightly or lower, higher or lower than this estimate, which makes sense, right? They can't tell you exactly. They don't have a crystal ball, but they're working their hardest to get one. Then there's a payment summary that shows you what you've said. So my 22 times 7 reminds you that you're going to have to pay GST on this, and then gives you the total amount spent. Once you've confirmed that, you have the option to look into the placements. So Advantage Plus, again, has an Advantage Plus placements. So for this, they'll choose where your ad should go across Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, and the Meta Audience Network to show your ad to more people. Now you have the option to turn that off. So if you really only want this ad in certain places, you have the option to click on it so that now this is an Instagram specific ad. And I no longer have to worry about it showing on Facebook or on Messenger. You will notice that your estimated daily results will change when you change this because they're looking originally at people from different demographic areas, right? Lastly, if you have a Metapixel installed, you can utilize it there and you put in your credit card information and then you just click publish and your ad will go into review. Usually it takes about 24 hours at that point for your ad to come into fruition. And then this, we didn't spend a lot of time on this actual ad, so there are a lot of things I would change here, but it's showing you how it would look in different places. So you can see that this is what you would see, send a message on Instagram there. There it is as sponsored content on Instagram, etc. Okay, so you can review and you can continue to review every time. Once your ad is up and running, you do have the option to make changes. So at that point, you can edit the ad and you can come in and you can change the wording. You can change up your carousel or your video or whatever you've chosen, change your headline. If you find people aren't messaging you, you can change where they message you, or you can send them to your website instead, maybe change your whole call to action. And that's why I like this option so much, is that when you use Meta Ads in the business suites, you have the option to change everything. You are in control. I hope you've enjoyed my little shtick here. Have a wonderful rest of your day.